Hi friends, welcome to the Forgotten Lore. How are you? I believe all of you are fine. I am also fine. Everything is fine. All is well. Come on friends, today let us enter inside our channel, The Forgotten Lore. Friends, today in our Forgotten Lore, we are going to discuss about this amazing country gooseberry. We will see about its soup preparation recipe and its health benefits. Come on friends. These are the needed materials for the soup preparation. I have collected the ripened and fallen country gooseberry and other soup ingredients such as cumin, black peppercorn, fenugreek, asafoetida, a little of coriander seeds, that is dhania, and then few garlic pods, fresh curry leaves, only one red chili. So these are the ingredients needed for the soup preparation. So this asafoetida also I have taken. I will break this and I will take a piece from that. The needed quantity of salt I have taken, and for seasoning I am going to use little of coconut oil. And as usual, for normal seasoning material I have taken mustard. Except mustard, other ingredients I am going to make powder: cumin, pepper, black peppercorns, fenugreek, coriander seeds, with this I have added few fresh curry leaves also. Then peeled garlic also I have added with this. Everything I have powdered in the mixie. So it is ready for soup preparation now. Now we have to extract the juice of this country gooseberry. For that I have cleaned it, washed, and I am going to pulse it in mixie. So I have pulsed it. We have to extract the juice from this. Simply we can squeeze it through the tea or coffee strainer. So if needed we can add a little of water and again we can pulse it. If we find that it is not pounded properly. So through the soup strainer I am going to strain it now, because you know the seeds of this country gooseberry, they also will be there. They will be cut into pieces. So for that reason we are straining it. So now I have extracted the juice of this country gooseberry. This is highly rich in vitamin C. Now we will see the procedure. I have kept the vessel to prepare the soup or rasam. So it has to get heat. So now it is hot enough. So I am adding the enough quantity of oil for seasoning. I am adding mustard seeds, and then little bit of asafoetida also. With this now I am going to add few curry leaves. Half of the curry leaves we have put it in the mixer grinder for the preparation of the powder. The rest I am adding in this oil for seasoning. With this now we have to add the extracted amla juice. that is country gooseberry juice. We can dilute it by adding more water. We can wash the mixer jar and add that water. Even with the squeezed fiber content, little more water we can add, and again we can squeeze it to extract more juice. Since it is very sour in taste, we have to dilute it. And for boiling, we should not keep it in high flame. It should be in low flame only, or low temperature. With this, we have to add the needed quantity of salt, and then the prepared rasam or soup powder, we have to add it and mix it thoroughly to get the equal mixing. Mix it thoroughly. Now I have added little quantity of turmeric powder also. Friends, it has started to boil. It has to boil nicely till we get the nice aroma. We will get a pleasant smell, and the raw smell of that country gooseberry, it will went off. Till that time we have to boil it. Friends, now the beautiful and tasteful rasam or soup, it is ready. So after consuming this, we will discuss about the health benefits and medicinal properties of this plant. Scientifically, this plant is known as Phyllanthus acidus. Commonly, it is known as a star gooseberry. 100 grams of this star gooseberry, it contains 91.7% of water, 7% of protein, 52% of fat. This is fat, not cholesterol. 6.4% of carbohydrates, 0.6% and 0.8 grams. That means 0.6% of fiber, 0.51% of ash, 5 milligrams of calcium, 4 milligrams of 0.4 milligrams. That means iron, 23 milligrams of phosphorus, 8 mg of ascorbic acid, which is responsible for this overwhelmingly sour taste, and it has thiamine and riboflavin also. So in many countries throughout the world, traditionally this plant is used as a indigenous medicine. Traditionally, it is used to treat several different kinds of pain and inflammatory diseases and oxidative stress related to the disorders such as rheumatism, bronchitis, asthma, respiratory disorder, hepatic diseases, diabetes, and especially to gonorrhea. Traditionally, it is recommended to improve eyesight and to increase the memory power and to reduce and cure cough, and even it is recommended to cure any skin related problems such as psoriasis. The leaves of this plant is found to be very effective in hypertension. All the parts of the plant, such as not only fruits, other than this, leaf, bark and roots are also used to cure and treat fever traditionally. In different parts of the world, this plant is recommended for different kinds of ailments. I will present a separate video regarding this, how other people are using throughout the world. In India particularly, this fruit is recommended as a liver tonic, and leaves are also taken along with pepper as a treatment for rheumatism and sciatica. And many people in the rural area, they are taking the decoction of these leaves to cure gonorrhea. Many research studies and reports, they say that this is very good against cystic fibrosis, and another study says that it is very effective against bacteria. That means it has antibacterial activity and it has anti-nematodal activity. It acts as an analgesic, anti-inflammatory, and it is rich in antioxidants, so that it is helping in reducing pain, inflammation, and oxidative stress. One study is showing that these leaves are diuretic in property, and as I told earlier, it is antimicrobial. And another study proves that it is protective the liver. It is acting to protect our liver against any injuries and oxidative stress damage due to different reasons, maybe the presence of free radical scavenging potentials. Another study shows that it is very effective in killing the cancer cells. That means it has anti-tumor property, and even it has anti-tubercular properties since it has antimicrobial effect. And another study shows that it is highly effective in severe respiratory conditions including pneumonia. Another study says that the boiled extracts of this herb, this plant, enhances the phagocytic cell function and inhibit platelet aggregation. Elders recommend this plant, particularly this Phyllanthus acidus fruit, as a curative measure for constipation. Another important thing is it is consumed to reduce the body weight. That means it is an effective body slimming agent. For this, people they are taking the decoction of the leaf. That is simply they are boiling the leaves of the water in leaves in the water, and they are extracting the water and they are drinking it like green tea. So friends, this plant is commonly available. This may be the reason many of us are not giving importance to this plant. I will meet you in more videos to discuss about this plant, and each and every video will be a different recipe, because from this fruit we can prepare many kinds of food material without using preservatives. We can store it also. So in different videos I will meet you with different recipes, because this plant has many potentials to maintain our health. So thank you for watching this video patiently. Meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care. See you. Best wishes.